What if I told you that becoming wealthy has less to do with how much you earn and more to do with the tiny financial behaviors you repeat when nobody is watching? Why do two people earning $80,000 a year end up in completely different financial realities after 15 years? One struggling with debt, the other building a $500,000 portfolio. And here's the shocking part. Over 80% of financial outcomes are driven by psychology, not math. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 10 subtle money lessons that don't sound dramatic, but if you truly understand them, they can completely change your net worth trajectory. And pay attention, because one of the last lessons explains why some people invest for years and still don't feel wealthy. If you're serious about building wealth and breaking free from money problems, hit that subscribe button. We've got powerful content lined up to fuel your journey. Let's begin. Lesson number 1. Wealth is built in silence, not in celebration. Have you noticed how social media makes spending look glamorous, but saving looks boring? There's a quiet cultural shift happening. In earlier generations, people valued privacy around money. Today, consumption is performative. The car is posted, the vacation is posted, the restaurant bill is posted, but the brokerage account balance? Never. In The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel wrote, "Wealth is what you don't see." That line alone can reshape your thinking. Imagine two friends. One upgrades their lifestyle every time their salary increases. The other quietly directs every raise into dividend stocks, index funds, or a diversified ETF portfolio. After 20 years, one has memories and liabilities. The other has assets producing passive income. The difference wasn't income, it was silence. When you stop announcing every upgrade, you create room for capital to grow. Ask yourself, are you building an image or building equity? And wait until we talk about how emotional spending sabotages long-term investing decisions. That's where most people unknowingly leak wealth. Lesson number 2. Your environment quietly controls your financial future. Have you ever noticed how your spending changes depending on who you're around? Behavioral economists call this social proof bias. You subconsciously align with your environment. If your circle normalizes luxury spending, frequent dining, and lifestyle inflation, you'll slowly mirror that pattern. If your circle talks about asset allocation, retirement portfolios, real estate cash flow, and long-term investing, your behavior adjusts in that direction too. A fascinating study from Harvard showed that your income is statistically influenced by the financial habits of your closest peers. Think about that. Your net worth might be partially shaped by dinner conversations. The wealthy often place themselves in rooms where investing is normal conversation. They discuss IPO opportunities, index fund strategies, and portfolio diversification casually, not as complex topics. If your environment upgrades your thinking, your financial ceiling rises. Ask yourself honestly, are the 5 closest people in your life pushing you toward growth or comfort? Number 3, income feels powerful. Ownership builds power. Most people feel secure when their salary increases. A raise feels like progress. A bonus feels like validation. But income is temporary. It depends on performance reviews, company profits, market cycles, and sometimes pure luck. Ownership, on the other hand, quietly builds power in the background. Think about this. If your job stopped tomorrow, how long would your lifestyle survive? A paycheck is active energy. Ownership is stored energy. When you own part of a business, a property, or any income-producing asset, you're buying future cash flow instead of just earning present cash. That shift sounds simple, but it changes your entire financial trajectory. The day your assets start generating income without your effort, your relationship with money completely transforms. And the next lesson will explain why holding those assets requires emotional strength most people never develop. Number 4, emotional stability beats financial intelligence. You don't need to be a genius to build wealth. You need to be steady. Markets fluctuate. Businesses have slow seasons. Opportunities don't always move in straight lines. Yet people panic at the first sign of uncertainty. Here's something subtle. Fear and excitement cost more money than ignorance. When things look promising, many rush in without thinking. When uncertainty appears, they exit without patience. Both reactions are emotional, not strategic. Wealth grows in calm minds, not reactive ones. There have been countless periods in history when markets dipped, headlines screamed crisis, and people predicted collapse. Those who stayed grounded often recovered and grew stronger over time. Those who reacted emotionally locked in losses and missed recoveries. The real advantage isn't predicting the future, it's controlling yourself in the present. If you understand what you own and why you own it, short-term noise becomes less intimidating. Stability allows compounding to do its work quietly. Delayed gratification is quietly creating your future. Every financial decision is a trade between now and later. Most people never see it that way. A purchase feels small in the moment, harmless even, but money spent today is money that cannot grow tomorrow. There's a psychological tension between comfort and freedom. Immediate upgrades feel satisfying. New gadgets, frequent dining, lifestyle improvements, they all create a temporary high. But delayed gratification builds something deeper. Independence. Studies on long-term success repeatedly show that the ability to wait for larger rewards predicts stronger outcomes in many areas of life. Money follows the same rule. When you consistently choose long-term growth over short-term pleasure, you're designing future flexibility. This doesn't mean eliminating enjoyment. It means being intentional. When you invest instead of impulsively spending, you're not denying yourself. You're multiplying your options. Small disciplined decisions repeated over years quietly become financial security. Here's a powerful question. Do your daily habits reflect the life you want in 10 years? Because freedom isn't created in one dramatic sacrifice. It's created in hundreds of subtle decisions no one applauds. Number 6. Where your attention goes, your money follows. In today's world, attention is constantly under attack. Notifications, advertisements, trends, and influencers all compete for your focus. And wherever your attention goes, your spending tends to follow. If your daily inputs revolve around lifestyle upgrades, luxury comparisons, and constant consumption, you slowly normalize those behaviors. But if your attention shifts toward learning, financial discipline, long-term planning, and ownership thinking, your decisions evolve. This is not accidental. The economy thrives on impulse, but wealth thrives on intention. The subtle lesson here is that protecting your focus protects your capital. When you deliberately choose what information enters your mind, you influence the financial identity you build. If you start seeing yourself as someone who values stability, ownership, and future security, your actions begin aligning with that identity. Habits feel less forced and more natural. Number 7. Avoiding risk can be the biggest risk. Many people say they want safety. They avoid investing, avoid learning about financial tools, avoid stepping outside familiar territory. It feels responsible. It feels cautious. But sometimes, staying still slowly moves you backward. Money that sits idle loses purchasing power over time. Opportunities pass. Skills become outdated. Avoiding every form of uncertainty might protect you from short-term discomfort, but it can quietly reduce long-term growth. The key difference lies between informed risk and blind risk. Jumping into trends without understanding them is dangerous. But refusing to learn at all can be equally damaging. Education reduces fear. Clarity reduces hesitation. Diversification, research, and gradual entry into ownership-based assets allow growth without recklessness. The goal is not to eliminate risk entirely. That's impossible. The goal is to understand it well enough to manage it intelligently. Ask yourself, are you avoiding action because you've analyzed carefully, or because you're uncomfortable learning something new? Growth requires measured courage, and once you develop that courage, another subtle challenge appears: ego. Number 8. Ego quietly sabotages financial progress. Ego is subtle. It shows up when someone upgrades their lifestyle to match peers. It appears when someone refuses to admit a poor financial decision. It whispers that appearances matter more than long-term outcomes. Financial growth demands humility. Admitting you don't understand something is powerful. Seeking advice is powerful. Adjusting your strategy when new information appears is powerful. Many hold on to poor investments, failing ventures, or unnecessary expenses simply to protect pride. But money does not reward ego. It rewards adaptability. True confidence comes from knowledge and discipline, not display. When you reduce the need to impress others, you free up energy and capital to build quietly. Humility allows learning. Learning allows smarter decisions. Smarter decisions compound. Number 9. Cash flow changes your emotional state. There's a difference between having assets on paper and having money flowing in regularly. When income arrives without constant effort, even in small amounts, your mindset shifts. Cash flow creates breathing room. It reduces panic. It increases negotiating power in your career and personal life. Knowing that your expenses are partially covered by assets brings a different level of confidence. Imagine waking up knowing part of your monthly expenses are covered automatically. That sense of stability compounds emotionally, just as investments compound financially. And once stability appears, the final lesson becomes critical, defining what wealth actually means to you. Number 10. If you don't define wealth, you'll chase it forever. One of the most overlooked financial lessons is clarity. Without a personal definition of wealth, you end up chasing comparison instead of purpose. Some people accumulate large portfolios yet feel anxious. Others achieve modest financial independence and feel fulfilled. The difference isn't always numbers. It's alignment. If you don't decide what financial freedom looks like for you, society will decide for you. Bigger house, bigger car, higher visible status. The target keeps moving. Satisfaction never arrives. Becoming wealthy isn't about one dramatic breakthrough. It's about subtle shifts in behavior, environment, patience, identity, and definition. Wealth doesn't shout. It grows quietly. I'm grateful for the chance to share these insights with you. If this video made a difference, like it, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe for more powerful tips. Now, if you really want to level up, don't miss this next video. Let's continue there.